We're by the River Clyde in Glasgow for the third year running for the World Series of Darts finals. Michael van Gerwen going for a hat-trick of titles here. And we've had an eventful first couple of rounds already, but today promises yet more fireworks in more ways than one. Sorry, we couldn't resist. The winner of our first quarter-final between the Machine and the Dreammaker will face Scottish favourite Gary Anderson. They just love him here. Or Welshman Gerwyn Price. They love to boo him here as well, some of them. That'll be in tonight's semi-finals. But let's not keep the players waiting any longer and join our MC, John McDonald.
Hello and a very warm welcome. You've joined us at the Bergh Arena in Glasgow, Scotland! Welcome to the quarter-final stages of the Ladbrokes World Series of Darts Finals, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, live on ITV Sport. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome the millions of viewers joining us around the world. It's time to meet the quarter-finalists. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the winner of 10 PDC Development Tours, the Dreammaker, Dimitri van der Bergh! And now, ladies and gentlemen, a two-time World Series finalist and the winner on 2 occasions of the Grand Prix and the UK Open. Ladies and gentlemen, time to meet the Machine, James Wade!
They were asking if you were around, how you was, where you could be found. Told them you were living downtown, driving all the old men crazy.
A couple of very popular players here in the Bergh Arena this afternoon. And teaming up in the commentary box to start us off with Alan Warren a little. And good afternoon, Stuart Pike.
Yeah, hi, thank Jack. I think it's time to reveal to the viewers that we'll have some Strictly Come darting later. Alan and Chris Mason doing the Dimitri van der Bergh. We'll all look forward to that.
That'll be interesting.
But this should be a cracker.
Yeah, looking forward to this one, Stuart, the first of the 4 quarter-finals.
Van der Bergh with a real opportunity, you feel, is not out of place on the big TV stages, certainly not out of place here in Glasgow. Dimitri demolishing Michael Smith and then taking care of business against Raymond van Barneveld. And he is here on merit. Make no mistake, came through the qualifiers and has come through to the quarterfinals. And there's a real talent, one for the future, only 23 years of age, against a player who's been there and done that and won most of it. James Wade, I should have put Simon Stevenson away. 6-2, 6-3 in the end. Had to hang on and win in a deciding leg. Wade, by his own admittance, is trying to rebuild his career, rebuild his game and rebuild his confidence. We shall see. First to 10 to be the first man through to the semi-final.
First leg, James to throw first. Game on.
Game on. Anton Dimitri, as we've said so often, has so much character. But now building himself up to be a good stage player. Two quality players in Barney and Michael Smith. And as you mentioned, Stuart, James Wade, as last night he was in, or seemed to be in total control of the match, but it ended up going to the last leg and he could have lost the game. He got through it in the end, and that's been his problem in the season. He's played pretty well in matches, but not the consistency level that he has done over the years.
58.
Yeah, Wade or Bergh against Anderson or Price, the other semi-final. Van Gerwen or Cross against Daryl Gurney or Peter Wright. Should be a cracking day here. The finale of the third staging of the World Series finals. The last two events have seen Michael Van Gerwen beat Peter Wright in two epic finals. So the way the draw has panned out here, we know that we will have at least one new face in the final. Who knows, maybe two later on.
Yeah, and the thing that's impressed me most, Stuart, over the last 2 or 3 tournaments is these players that have been outside the top 32 or just got in it are starting to challenge the big name players now. They've played quality games on the Pro Tour and the European Tour, as we've mentioned, because they get so much experience. I mean, we saw Dimitri the other night. The 180s he was hitting was immense. The first 6 darts, if I remember, against Barney, incredible.
Yeah, leg 1 and leg 3 against Barney. Hit 6 perfect darts and then won it with that fantastic 10 dart leg. And a chance here to strike the first blow against the throw.
Well, he got to the double in the end, but he's give Wade an opportunity. But he has to hit treble 17 with his second dart and hasn't done. So Dimitri
55.
tops to take the first leg.
He was pretty good on this, well, in both his games. His finishing has been very good. Right in the middle. Setting out his stall early on, Dimitri. Well, Dimitri, you know, had plans to rush down to Wigan last night. It's the final day. Well, let's just pause to see if we can have the first 118. Of course we can, from Dimitri. Yeah, in Wigan today, it's the final day of the PDC Unicorn Development Tour. The winner of that will clinch a place in the World Championship. Dimitri was ranked number 2, wasn't he? He's already in the World Championship through the Pro Tour Order of Merit, but he'd entered for both days, and he planned to go down last night until he produced that fantastic win over Barney. But Dimitri will be there tomorrow because it's a big, big day in Wigan tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going down myself first thing in the morning. The World Youth Championships last 64. Corey Cadby's on his way down already. And it's one of the highlights of my year, certainly watching these youth players, because they're absolutely fantastic standard.
Well, and again, the winner of the World Youth Championship will clinch a place at the World Championship. And the final of the World Youth will be played live on ITV4 in a couple of weeks' time at the Players' Championship.
So much on offer now, Stuart, in the PDC system, particularly for the youth players. You've got to be in it to win it. Treble 20. And leave his tops again, and he duly obliges.
He just looks so comfortable, doesn't he? You have to say. And that's at 23 on the big stages. And don't forget, this is also the first time that he's played in a big TV quarter-final, but so at ease.
And he's played 3 real top-class players as well. Just doesn't look under any pressure whatsoever, does he? He's enjoying it. He's dancing and he's playing well.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to hear Dimitri, after his win over Raymond van Barneveld, saying that, you know, he loves the dancing, but he wants to be known for the darting rather than the dancing. But, you know, he's got to combine it both. It's all about a package, an entertainment package. But, you know, being able to combine the walk-on and the character with the darts and with the ability, and he seems to have managed that so far.
Well, whatever happens in the remain of the weekend,
100.
It will do his confidence no end of good. You know, 2 Tumple Savages, he's already 103 at the moment, and we're in the third leg. He's playing absolute quality darts. He's bringing his A game
31.
to the big stage. Kept himself calm.
He just has a really relaxed throw, doesn't he? Hardly moves, straight down the middle, very easy on the eye, easy on the arm as well.
138.
Look, he's set for 3-0 here against a well under par Wade.
108 average as well.
85. Division 132.
Well, he doesn't have to go for the bull route, which would be the traditional one, so should stay upstairs. Yeah, may go for another one for double 6. No, went for the 12, so just a nice big 20.
92.
To leave his favourite tops, which he's hit 2 out of 2.
Yeah. Very, very good. 7 out of 10 on tops for the tournament. Let's see if he can make it 8 out of 11. Doing the right thing there, taking his time. I just like the way that he goes about his business.
He's in complete control of his emotions, Stuart, up there in a high-intense arena on TV. And that's what impresses a lot of people.
Just to follow up on what you were saying at the top of the programme as well, I mean,
97.
viewers may not know too much about the players backstage and what they're like, and you were saying what a polite young man he is, and he is. He will go and he'll say hello to everybody, he'll shake them by the hand, how are you, and you know, he really does everything right.
It's just a joy to be around.
Yeah.
When he's around, you know, whether it's the development tour, pro tour, European tour, or a TV event.
An infectious character, isn't he?
I'm sure he's got many fans. He'll be gaining a few more this weekend.
And Wade better wake up.
81.
Yeah, James is going to concentrate on the next 2 legs. Take at least one of them, you feel. He knows he hasn't hit full throttle yet. He's up against it.
Well, we're only in the 4th leg, but just to give you an example of how good one player is playing and how not so good the other is, Bergh is averaging 23 points more than his opponent. Well, that will improve James Wade's figures, but 20 points different in the averages.
Yeah, when you get to the 4th leg or so, that is a big difference.
Well, it normally starts to settle down about now, doesn't it? Dimitri, consistently good.
140 here from James. Will leave his favourite tops.
100.
Oh, he's looking for the last one to go in, but he's still got an opportunity. But Dimitri here, 104 for 4-0.
Double 18, the shot.
86.
So James Wade should here get a dart and a double for the first time. He went for tops, didn't he? 1 dart at tops.
Certainly threw it high.
60.
Well, that seemed to be the angle because he hit the flight of the top dart, as you can see there.
Yeah.
Ended up underneath both of them. That's because the first dart was too high, Stuart.
That's a great guide for the Belgian. Well, is that a significant moment in the match? 4 darts missed for 4-0. Hang on.
Well, that's probably come about because he's 3-0 down and hasn't had many opportunities at the double.
They've both missed 4 darts. Huge leg to win and lose.
7.
Well, the first mistake from Dimitri has been in this leg. James Wade eventually hits double five, gets himself on the board.
Fifth leg, James to throw first. Game on.
In his thought process here, he'll just be thinking, dig in here, going at the break 3-2.
It's a huge difference, it really is, Alan, and you can see here now with the darts that James Wade is throwing. Look!
171.
171 to get underway. Different complexion on this match completely now. 6 darts from Dimitri van der Bergh to go 4-0 up. And that, in the tournament, consider how easy he beat Michael Smith and how composed he was against Raymond van Barneveld. That's the first time we've really seen van der Bergh blink.
100.
Well, we're always going to consider moments in a match and how he's going to react. So the next, not just this leg, but the remaining legs, will tell us a lot more about Dimitri. He's provided the goods in his first 2 matches. You know, let's be fair, he's in control of the match, but he could be going in at the break 3-2. That's a very close game. It could have been a whole lot different.
50th, change record 130.
He probably won't go for the bull here.
90.
We'll just come back to that. Dimitri needed 104 in the last leg, but he left himself double 18. I'm not too sure why he went that way, considering he hadn't missed tops, hardly.
Yeah, strange. Big darts again from James. Doesn't want to be giving Dimitri another visit. And he doesn't.
Well, there you go. James Wade hangs on in there with an average of 83. Yes, 83, James Wade, but he's only a leg behind. Van der Bergh will feel he should be further ahead than this. Intriguing first quarter-final here in Glasgow. We'll be back with more from the World Series Finals. Welcome back to the quarterfinals of the World Series. James Wade, relieved, puzzled, averaging 83, but only a leg behind. Dimitri van der Bergh missing a trick, missing 6 darts for 4-0. Let me ask you, Alan, the reasoning behind this. He's been so good on tops in taking control of this match, so he needs 104. He goes treble 18, 10 tops, except he doesn't. Go treble 18, 14, double 18. Can you explain that?
Well, the first 2 legs, he almost had to leave tops with the way the legs were going. Double 18 is his favourite double. And decided to go that route, obviously missing it and missing a big opportunity to go 4-0 ahead. And that would have been obviously a bigger margin going to the break, either 5-0 or 4-1. And that's history now. James Wade on his favourite double top and double 10. 3 out of 11 on tops and 2 out of 9 on 10s.
This is why it's a typical James Wade performance so far. 83 average, but somehow he's still in the match. And that happens regularly. Happens more with James Wade than any other top player. He finds the will, he finds the way, and he's still in there. Wonder how significant, though, that 4th leg
57.
may prove to be later on in the match. We shall see.
Well, he's going to have a lot of tests and challenges, isn't he, in his career? And this is certainly one of the early ones. Just to really bounce back, because he was in total command of the match, scoring very heavily. He was at 108 average at one point, wasn't he?
And interestingly as well, that for van der Bergh, the first dart is now starting to drop below the treble 20 bed, which forces him to go elsewhere. The first dart in each visit in this leg, that's what's happened.
And James will be aware of that.
Absolutely.
As well.
140.
Yep, and all of a sudden, the Belgian under pressure.
Well, it wasn't long ago you were saying there was 20-odd points in the averages.
160.
Now it's 7 or 8.
21.
Treble 17 will give him a shot at the bull. Bull!
91. Dimitri 108.
Ooh, made a mess of that one.
He got caught in two minds, I think, you know, whether to go for the treble 20 or the treble 18.
Dimitri 130.
Because of that visit earlier.
Yep, absolutely. Well, splits it. 10 for double. Will Van den Bergh get a shot?
He shows the
3-0 down. All of a sudden, 3 apiece.
Game on.
Yeah, James Wade has almost been outplayed in this match, yet he's 3 apiece and throwing to go ahead. Dimitri's point of view, he's got to try and get what's happened in the last 2 or 3 legs out of his mind and get back to the performances from last night and the early part of this encounter. We're scoring very, very heavily. That'll help matters.
Yeah, won a record-breaking 10 titles on the development and challenge tours, Dimitri Van den Bergh, in 4 years. I think he's won 3, hasn't he, this year alone?
Yeah, he was number 2 on the development tour of merit before this weekend. Obviously can't compete with him getting to the quarterfinals. He's better than Wade.
140.
It's only 85.5, James Wade. That's a better dart for Van den Bergh.
140.
I was looking for more, but he'll take that. 2-7. Now then.
He hasn't left a finish, has he?
Oh, back on the 20s, should have been the shot.
Yeah. A look at treble 16 with the last one. He's left tops.
Well, even if he had left a finish, obviously it's a big finish. You almost put your opponent on back foot. He may have gone a different route there. You're giving him an opportunity to know that they're going to have 2 visits. Can make such a difference, it really can.
Back on tops. Double 10 now. He's starting to think about it, isn't he?
22.
Starting to miss doubles. He's so clinical, certainly in his first 2 matches. He needs the ball. And he hits the ball! Well, James Wade been trailing in this match. Was 3-0 down, could have been 4.
Should have been 4.
Well, should have been, yes. Now leads 4-3 courtesy of that wonderful 1-2-2 with the ball finish.
And ahead for the first time, Wade. It's completely... I think that 4th leg has just knocked the confidence out of Dimitri Van den Bergh. So much so that he's missed his last 9 darts at double. First real test for the young man this weekend here in Glasgow. 4 legs on the spin for James Wade. Clearly affected him, hasn't it?
Well, mental strength in this game is paramount, it really is, because you're always going to be up against it. Doesn't matter how good or bad you're playing, you're going to have so many moments in a leg or a match that you've got to control. Big leg this for Dimitri. Through first, cannot afford to lose this leg. Good visit there. But he does have a bit more time. Obviously longer distance. If it does go all the way, it will be a first for him, Stuart. He won't have played a long distance like this on TV or big stage. Level 17.
97. Uruguay 89.
Crucial leg for Van den Bergh. Double five, one dart.
79. Danger Iguana 64.
Well, go for his favourite. Treble 8. And tops. Good marker.
Gotta be, gotta be. Wow.
Danger Iguana 10.
He's giving Dimitri another chance.
Boot on the other foot here. My, he needed that. Oh, did he? He'd missed 12 darts at double on the spin until that double five went in.
Yes, he definitely needed that one, Stuart.
100.
Just really for his own thought process. Would have been a bit of a mixer if he'd have missed that one and lost the leg. And as you see, it's working for him.
It's amazing, isn't it? Amazing what one dart can do for confidence and belief. Is this going to be Wade's first maximum?
Back-to-back maximums. Back comes Dimitri. Starting to find that treble with the first dart as well, Stuart.
Big crowd here in at the Braehead Arena for finals day. A lot of them will have come to see Gary Anderson and Peter Wright. Gary Anderson up next, of course, against Gerwyn Price. Fair to say there'll be some cheering and booing in that game.
Just a tad. We need to ball again.
87. Reaches 116.
Two darts at the treble. Has to be treble 20 now for double 18. Now it is his favourite. He missed it earlier for 4-0.
98. Danger Iguana 34.
That should be the perfect dart for him. Yeah, had to be as well. Just using it as a guide, it was the guide.
Game on.
Dink in off the barrel. So another dart missed by Vandenberg. He's missed 14 darts at double now, Dimitri.
He's starting to score better though, isn't he?
Well, after that bad spell, he'd absolutely settled to go in at the break at 5 apiece, wouldn't he?
140.
That's what he's got to keep in his mind. It's a longer distance match that he's not used to. Can almost afford a little bit of a dull patch, but not too long.
Well, he has played distance games at the World Championship.
60.
Played over 4 sets and 6 sets.
Lose himself 167 to get back to 5 apiece. Just needs a treble to leave a finish, which he doesn't do. So if he doesn't check this out, he may stay up there. Yeah. 15 or 7.
135.
Go for bull. Yeah, leaves a 2-darter. A lot of players use the bull around that scoring area.
Well, very important, and he knows it. 5 out of 21 on the doubles, but he's still very much in there. Dimitri Vandenberg was 3-0 up, should have been 4-0 up, then lost 4 legs on the spin. But the young Belgian is making a game of it. An intriguing quarter-final. And it's locked at 5 legs apiece. Dimitri van den Bergh, again for the second leg that he's won on the spin. Last dart in hand, double 5, now double 16. He's still averaging 95.5 despite missing 16 darts at double, the young Belgian. A real test of character for van den Bergh, but so far showing his mettle, isn't he, Alan?
Yeah, 2 of the pivotal legs. Hit the double with the last dart, so kept his composure well. And you can see him on the hockey, when you can see his face, he's visibly geeing himself up but keeping himself calm at the same time. You can see him muttering to himself.
60.
He's doing a pretty good job at the moment. Just those last couple of legs before the break, really. But he seems to have recovered well.
80.
Still a bit of a distance to go, Stuart. You have to remember that. Try and get his A game back,
59.
as does James.
Well, James Wade, you know, has played 26 out of the 27 World Series events since we started in 2013. Only missed one
95.
in Sydney that year. He'll be disappointed because his record isn't that great. Only 2 finals in all that time. And lost them both.
123.
Two good visits from James Wade, keeping his nose in front in this leg. This will help from Dimitri, though. Oh, that's unlucky.
121.
That's unlucky, because that was in, wasn't it? That was 3 in the bed.
Well, even a single 20 would have helped matters. This will help Wade if he can sneak this into tops. Top of the shot for Wade. Shanghai finish. Keeps him that leg ahead.
Surprisingly as well, the first time he's found tops today. That's the 4th time that van den Bergh has found the maximum.
Both players starting to increase the higher scoring. There you see 4 from Dimitri, 1 from James, but 12 140s from James Wade.
It is a typical Wade performance. Average now 91. And he's ahead.
60.
Yeah, but I say it was interesting. He was talking after his win over Simon Stevenson,
56.
saying he admitted that he's been playing off his reputation for the last 3 or 4 years. You know, and if he wanted to save his career and, you know, wanted to get back to where he was, it's all about hard work and focus, and that's what he's trying to do. You know, it's a great attitude to have, to admit that, you know, you've sort of been winging it for so long. His last tournament win, by the way, 18 months ago on the European Tour.
119.
I think for James as well, you know, he's seen what's happened to quite a few of his fellow professionals who sort of gone down the rankings and then they've gone without a trace, and he wants to make absolutely certain that he's going in the other direction again. Admirable attitude.
Yeah, I do think the catalyst for some of that is missing events. He loses sharpness. He needs the ball.
59. Range record 56.
So for the first time for Wade to open up a 2-leg lead. There we have it. It looks like that 4th leg could well turn out to be the big turning point in the match. Still a few darts, a lot of darts to be thrown between now and then.
And we know Dimitri's letting him in a few times in a few legs, but you look at his averages. The first session 83, second one went up to 89. He's now into the 90s. What is it? 4. It's not a 180.
77.
It's 3 big trebles. This is second.
That's a great response. Bergh with a 177 thinking, right, I'm going to hit back. You still may, but that was a brilliant maximum from James Wade.
It's always a good feeling as a player when your opponent hits a big one and then you follow it. It really does. Just keep your toe in front.
140.
Great response again.
A possible 11 dart leg here for James Wade.
91.
Good last one, but it still leaves it quite difficult. 133. Made a bit of a mess of that. He's got options here. 25 or ball, or treble 17. Yeah, double 12. Felt confident enough.
73. 133.
Not numerically. This is a big finish for Dimitri. Treble 19. Double 8. Oh, on the wire.
17. 12.
Fine margins. What a good dart that is.
Well, he knows how important it was as
yeah,
well.
Hey, Alan, that could turn out to be the match winner. 3 legs on the spin. Don't forget he was 3-0 down. So he's won 8 legs out of the last 10 with a 91 average.
Yeah, certainly the second half of this match, he's been a much better player, a bit more composed, increased his scoring, taking his chances. That's why he leads.
Yeah, leg 4, 6 darts for Dimitri to go 4-0 up. Since then, it completely changed the whole focus of the game.
Average increasing all the time.
100.
It's a gritty, battling James Wade performance that we've seen so many times. And which is why, until the last couple of years, certainly, he's been so successful.
Yeah. Another treble 19. I believe the big one, the 170.
95. 152.
Another one of those for double 16. Oh, in and out. We've seen so many of those, haven't we, over the last day or so. And they've gone in the board and just caught the flight or the dart as they're going into the board and bounced out.
136.
Thought he might have stayed there then.
32.
Yeah. It was a good lie. To stay in it. To stay in the match, you feel.
Let's go. Danger requires 72.
This would hurt. Big 16 for tops.
32. Danger requires 32.
Gets another opportunity. This time he takes it. Very important for Dimitri to take that leg. Wade had the chance, but Dimitri mopped up.
Well, a 97 average for the Belgian
136.
is exceptional when you consider he's missed 21 darts at double.
Timing of the misses as well.
Yeah, it's been at the big moments, the key moments, hasn't it?
Downstairs, didn't like the lie. Should stay there. With good effect.
Now his best average of the match, James Wade, 93.
Challenging the leg. Oh, slip with the second.
81.
Yeah, good last start from the machine. She's going to grind out another win.
May have to take out this 148 because Dimitri fires in number 5 in the maximum column. Another treble. He gets it. Double 14 for a 148 from James Wade. Magnifico. What a finish from the machine. And what a time to do it. Brilliant from Wade.
Irresistible. A third ton plus finish for James Wade. With Dimitri sat on 56 to make it 8-7 and then throw to make it 8-all.
Yeah, challenged the leg, didn't he? Accidentally 56.
We haven't
Must
seen
have
much
thought he was going to get a shot.
much better finishes than that over the last 2 or 3 weeks.
81.
In terms of the match situation, certainly. Enjoy it.
Yeah,
We are.
140.
and hold on to throw here, and then attack the next leg. Tried it in the last one, he got close.
81.
Down for the 19s. Back up.
99.
Nothing wrong with that.
Review 196.
Oh, plenty in hand here. Double 18 to stay in the quarter-final.
60.
Well, he will return, just really for the progression in the rest of this match. Hitting that then would have put him better mentally. James just checking the score. Puts the pressure on your opponent as well.
94. Review 136.
Maybe his favourite double. He hasn't hit it yet. May have to here. Well, he hasn't hit double 18 or double 9 in the entire match.
21.
Oh, and it's a normal route that he likes. Triple 17. Dimitri again.
57. Review 118.
Straight at double 9. Double 4. No, shake of the head.
Alvy's missed 28 darts at double. And I think the belief on the finishing when he lost that fourth leg. For the match, James Wade completes a terrific victory over Dimitri van den Bergh from 3-0 down, and James Wade is through to the semi-finals of the World Series. Clinical finishing. Dimitri van den Bergh had his chances, but didn't take them. And James Wade will play either Gary Anderson or Gerwyn Price. That is coming up next here in Glasgow.
The 7-time major winner James Wade has reached the semi-finals of the World Series of Darts finals here in Glasgow. He took advantage of so many missed opportunities by the bright young Belgian Dimitri van den Bergh, winning 10-6 in the end. Well, the key stat here is all those missed opportunities by Dimitri. 28 of his 34 darts at double went astray. He missed 6 darts for 4-0 and soon found himself 4-3 down instead in absolutely no time. And James is through to this evening's semis, where he'll play either Gary Anderson or Gerwyn Price. And James is reflecting on that win now downstairs with Dan Dawson.
James, congratulations. Had to dig deep and produce some real moments of quality in that game.
Yeah, you know, I've just looked at the averages. Actually, it's quite funny. Funny for me, but not funny for him. But you know, it's you know, I was thereabouts, and I was so close to clicking, so close to getting on with the game, and so close to playing well. I think it went wrong after, you know, like 2 or 3 legs. But you know, I ground it out, and you know, and I got a result, you know, and I feel the crowd was on my side.
There were checkouts 148, 122, 120, trademark James Wade stuff, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the 148 won me the game. You know, there's no secret. You know, if you play darts enough, you know, my average was bloody awful. But you know, the 148 sealed the game, and it got over and done with. And look forward to the next game.
You've talked about having the hunger back and how you've been practicing a lot more than you have for a number of years. Those moments, that's when that practice is paying dividends, isn't it?
Not by watching that last game, I don't think. But no, I've practiced really hard, you know, between 2 and 3 hours a day for the last 3 weeks. It didn't show, but it did show, you know. The silly little finishes, you know, when I threw close on the wire for a double and the next one went in, you know, that's when it is showing, you know. I'm never going to be a big high average man, but, you know, because I'm not an average person. But, you know, it's I get the right things at the right time.
You know how to win games of darts. Congratulations, you won that one through to the semi-finals.
Thank you very much, sir.